Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing the cheer pet peeves. So yeah, I am actually still at the resort in Montana, so that's why I am still in the same background as my last video. So let's get started. Okay, so my first cheer pet peeve is when people at practice, say you're on a level 4 team, and they start working fulls because they already have their layout, but it really bugs me because, think about it, if you're on the level 4 team, you should be working on like a specialty pass, like punch, run through the round off handspring layout, round off handspring, whip, handspring layout, like something like a specialty pass through the layout, instead of just because you got your layout doesn't mean you get to go move up and go to fulls. Like, that's stupid. Okay, my next pet peeve, number 2, it's kind of weird, but like I think it's kind of annoying about cheerlebrities. I mean, as much as I love Smoen and stuff like that, it just kind of bugs me because, like, you know, there's other cheerleaders too. Just because they've won worlds like a million times, or just because you're on cheer athletics doesn't make you a cheerlebrity. Like, I get the term cheerlebrity, like, famous, but you don't need to like treat them like, oh my gosh, I love you. Like, it kind of just bugs me. Okay, my third pet peeve is when, so this is very common in the cheer world, is every single person that's small, even the bigger ones, they want to be flyers. Personally, I actually don't want to be a flyer because I think that you have less control of the stunt. Like, you have like no control. All you can do is squeeze and you can't fight for it as much. But it's really frustrating when like everyone's like, I want to be a flyer. It's all about the flyers. Like, oh, everyone only looks at the flyers. Like, that may be true that everyone only looks at the flyers, but like, you couldn't be a flyer without having a base or a back spot. Like, those are the people that hold you up there. Okay, this is my number 4 pet peeve. I absolutely hate when coaches put a heavy flyer with smaller bases. Obviously, I'm not small, I'm pretty strong, so it doesn't really, like, this used to be when I was little. They put like the heaviest flyer with the smallest bases, and then also vice versa when they put the biggest bases with the smallest flyer. It's so stupid, because think about it. What would make more sense? Who would get more tired? Who would it just take away from the routine? And like, I get it, maybe you're experimenting, but it's so frustrating when you're like, obviously it's gonna work better if you put the smaller flyer with the smaller bases and the bigger flyer with the more buff bases. Okay, so my 5th pet peeve is when, so my gym is small, we only have one level 5 team, and so it's so frustrating because I feel like just because they're level 5 doesn't mean like they're the best. They should be treated special, and it's just really frustrating. So it kind of ties into my 6th one, is how they only get crop tops. So frustrating. Like, I get it, they're going to Worlds, most people have crop tops at Worlds, like they pretty much need crop tops, but it's so frustrating because I'm like a senior level 4, and so they're co-ed level 5, so I'm just like right there, right behind them, and we don't get crop tops, and it just makes me mad because we work just as hard. So then my 7th pet peeve is when, this one's so annoying. It doesn't really happen anymore at my gym, it used to. But when the coaches favorite people, it's just, I feel like it's just really, like, I feel bad for the other people. I mean, I've been a favorite before, but then I've also been like on a different team where the coach I'm not her favorite or his favorite. And you just feel bad, you know? Because it's just like, you just don't feel like you're the best. Okay, my 8th pet peeve, this has happened to many of my teams, many of just teams at my gym, is when there's a legality in your routine. You hit your routine perfectly, but then you go to your score and there's a 5 whatever point deduction for whatever that the coaches put into your routine. Obviously, the coaches had no idea, but it's so annoying when you like worked so hard on that skill and stuff like that, and then it ends up being illegal. Number 9. This one isn't like a giant pet peeve. I don't like hate this, but one thing that our gym does is that we have like 2 sets of practice wear, so we have 2 practices a week, not including like tumbling and privates or whatever, stunt class, not including that. But with our team practices, we have specific practice wear that we have to wear every single week in like a certain day. So like I practice Tuesday and Thursday, and we have like specific practice wear, like green shirt on Tuesday and blue shirt on Wednesday or whatever. And I think it's really annoying, first of all, because think about it, you have to find the shirt, and that always like sets me back because I'm during the school year, like I come home and then I have to leave right away because I live far away from cheer and far away from school. So I come home, then I have to like find the specific shirt, and if you don't wear the shirt, then it's like really awkward, and it's like, I feel like the coaches are gonna be mad at me. And then I like can't pick it up the night before because I have so much homework from whatever I'm doing, and it's so annoying. Okay, my 10th pet peeve. This one really frustrates me because it's when you're at practice and it's when people are talking, when you're giving instructions, getting advice, doing anything. They're just talking constantly, non-stop. So then they end up costing the whole team to run lines, and I hate it. Okay, this is my, I guess you could say 11th pet peeve. Oh, so I'm not gonna say I'm the best at jumps. I'm not gonna say I'm really great at jumps. I'm actually not that bad at jumps, and I feel like I have pretty decent jumps, but I'm also pretty tall for my team. I mean, not tall, like I'm 5'5". I'm not like super duper tall, but I'm like tall for cheer, and it's really frustrating. Sometimes my coach will put the short girls in the front and the tall girls in the back, and it's so frustrating because think about it, the short girls are closer to the ground, so they make everything off timing and stuff, and I actually stay pretty on time, I think. And it's really frustrating because you put the worse than me jumpers in the front, and I've worked really hard. Like I stretch pretty much every day to get overextended jumps, and I'm working on that still, but it's really frustrating because they're just little girls, and they're kind of flopping their arms, and they're not staying tight, and they just get put in the front automatically just because they're small. Okay, so 12, I don't know which way, but my 12th pet peeve is when people are really cocky, like overly cocky, like one up you every time. Say you just got your run handstand layup, oh then they're kind of like, oh that was good, or like being super cocky about their own tumbling or their stunts or stuff like that. Like I'm fine with you being confident, but don't like brag to other people, especially like your teammates, when you're supposed to like uplift them and stuff like that. 13th is when people talk back to the coaches. I think this is really frustrating. Sorry, I keep saying frustrating all the time, but everything on this whole list is frustrating to me. But I think it's really annoying because they're your coaches, they're trying to give you like critiques, and they're probably right, and even if they aren't, just say, okay coach, try their critique, then it'll show them that it doesn't work, and then they'll go back and you can give them your input. You don't need to be like, no. It's just, I just think it's rude. 14th. This one kind of is the same as my last one, but it's kind of frustrating when your teammates give you corrections that you know for a fact like are not true, and then they're just like, yeah they are. Like, you're not in the stunt, dude. Like, go away. I'm gonna work out this out with my stunt group. I feel like I have a problem with this when people do it in like a rude way, when they're like, you're not doing this. Like when I do the critiques, I say, I think maybe this could be a problem, but I'm not quite sure, but maybe try doing this, instead of being like, no, you're doing this. Like, straightforward, I know for a fact you're doing this wrong. Okay, my 15th. No, 15th. 15th one is my final one. And this one's kind of a rare occasion, but sometimes maybe not. When you're running the routine, when it's probably about competition season, and you're running the routine at practice, and a stunt falls, or something happens in pyramid, and everyone just starts arguing with each other. They're like, you did this wrong, in the freaking middle of the routine. That's what I think you should do. Stop, be clean, maybe try to go back up, or whatever, try to go to the next section, and then when the routine's over, talk about what happened or listen to the coach. Like, who does that? Sorry, these things make me so frustrated. That was my computer, by the way. I was reading a list of things. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. I know this is kind of like not really a happy video, but maybe you guys can relate to some of these, and you guys can even comment on my video and just say if you have any pet peeves or stuff like that, and you can totally relate to me and stuff. So give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye!